Alex paused and removed his coat, then lifted his foot. Just bloody grand. A stone had pierced a hole in the sole of his very, very expensive boots. What he paid for the custom-made leather Hessians should have guaranteed him a walk all the way to Scotland and back. He slung his coat over his shoulder and continued, wincing every so often when he managed to step on a pebble and spear the bottom of his foot. God! He had never been so completely miserable. First that stubborn bug, then Jupiter, and now his boot. And to top it all off, he was positively melting under the bright sun. Alex angrily yanked at his neckcloth, muttering an oath or two against his tailor as he did, when an unusual sound caught his attention. He had to be hearing things. He paused, straining to listen. A gentle, lilting voice lifted on the breeze from nowhere. "Holy, fair, and wise is she, the heavens such grace did lend her." Yes, he was definitely imagining things. That was a song from the Two Gentlemen of Verona. He almost laughed at the notion of some crofter singing a song from a Shakespearean play. With a derisive chuckle, he shook his head and started forward again, but quickly drew up short. "Then to Sylvia let us sing, that Sylvia is excelling. She excels each mortal thing upon the dull earth dwelling. To her let us garlands bring." He most definitely was not hearing things. Alex turned slowly toward the sound and quietly sucked in his breath. God almighty, it was no crofter. Standing nearby in a field was a vision of a woman. Woman. She was an angel, with dark chestnut hair loosely knotted in the middle of her back, tiny curls of it swirling softly about her face. God, but she was beautiful. Classic patrician lines, a small straight nose, full lips the colour of roses, the voice of a wren. Alex shook his head and squinted at her again. Had he been walking in the sun too long? Was this some kind of dream? He moved slowly toward the fence, captivated by her voice and extraordinary beauty. A movement to his right disrupted his attention, and he reluctantly shifted his gaze from the vision. This was no dream. It would not include such an enormous, mean-faced hog. Alex quickly shifted his gaze to the angel and frowned. Nor would an angel be wearing a plain brown dress and a pair of thick-soled, clumsy boots. The angel was just a young woman who was... Hell, he didn't know what she was doing, except standing in a field and singing to a hog. He was suddenly embarrassed to be staring at her as if she was some priceless piece of art. At the very least, he ought to ask if she knew how far it was to Pemberheath. He braced one leg against the rough-hewn fence and called, "Good day!" Both the hog and the woman started, jerking wide-eyed looks of surprise at him. A moment passed. The woman warily slid her gaze to the hog, and the hog to her. Then the hog suddenly charged. With a cry, the angel whirled and headed for the fence, her long hair flying out behind her like some surreal banner. She ran for her life, and so did that huge swine.